Hi guys, as this year is coming to an end, thought of gifting myself with something which would ease my life. I love tea and coffee and thus thought of getting hot and cold brewed system with thermal carafe from Ninja. I have been using Ninja food processor and have loved its auto IQ technology. This coffee and tea maker is also powered with the same auto IQ technology and offers a vast array of tea and coffee options. By the way, if you wish to see my review on Ninja IntelliSense food processor, then the video link can be found in the description box. So let's start with the unboxing and later review this product. This is the outer box with product details mentioned on it. The model number is CP307 and is priced at approximately 230 US dollars. It can make 6 brew sizes for you, which includes a cup, XL cup, travel mug XL, half carafe and full carafe. You can not only make hot cups of coffee and tea, but also frothy specialty brews and over ice cold and hot brewed coffee and tea drinks. When you choose cold brew, the unit brews at 110 degrees Fahrenheit, which gives out a smooth and sweet cold flavor. And when you choose hot brew, it brews at 205 degrees Fahrenheit, offering a vivid flavor. It has two separate baskets for tea and coffee each, and the unit automatically senses which basket is it and gives brewing options accordingly. You get permanent filters for coffee and tea along with 40 recipes guide. It also has programmable delay brew, drip stop and clean cycle. Now let's open the box and see the contents. Inside you have a quick start guide, recipe booklet and a product manual. The product comes with 1 year warranty. You can see that the product is nicely wrapped. In fact, the unboxing was quite hassle-free as most of the parts were already assembled except a frother attachment. That's the thermal carafe. It has a capacity of 10 cups or 50 ounces and is double-walled, which means it can keep your tea or coffee hot for up to 2 hours. You also have an option to buy a glass carafe instead of thermal carafe. The carafe has a matte finish and is nicely built. Neither very heavy nor too light, and it isn't dishwasher safe. The Ninja branding is on the basket holder. It is bold and pretty visible with matte steel finish. That's the rack where you need to place your coffee or tea baskets. The electrical cord is not too long, so you will have to place it near an electrical point. But the good thing is that you can store the cord inside the unit. Simply push it into the opening on the back of the unit and it's done. On the right is a water reservoir which is removable. It is made up of transparent plastic, has measurement marking and is dishwasher safe. And on the left is a tea and coffee scoop which gives the measurements for how much tea or coffee is required according to the sizes. The frother is foldable, which means no extra space is required. The whisk attachment is detachable and dishwasher safe. It can be used to froth cold or hot milk, which means you can make hot cappuccinos, cold lattes, etc. at home. This is a rack for the coffee and tea basket. Basket with an orange label is for coffee and with the green label is for the tea. Both come with permanent filters which are dishwasher safe. Ninja recommends not to use paper filters, but still if you wish to use, then use number 4 paper cones. The unit has a glossy finish and is made up of good quality plastic. The base of the coffee bar has curved lines which look good. I'm also going to show how compact the unit is. It is 12 inches long, 11 inches wide and 18 inches tall, which means it can fit into any shelf or corner of your kitchen. Moreover, the unit is light in weight, which means you can easily pick it and shift it to wherever you wish to. Now I'm going to turn it on and help you understand on how it works. The clock turns on the moment you attach the plug to the mains. This is the power button to turn on or off the unit. When you power on the unit, the white LED display turns on. The display is neat and crisp in terms of visibility. On the top section, you have timer settings, drip stop button and the delay brew function. With the delay brew function, you can schedule the tea or coffee brewing. The drip switch controls the flow of coffee from the brew basket. For example, if you choose carafe while making your coffee, and in between the cycle, if you wish to have 1 cup, then turn off the drip stop, pour 1 cup, and then turn on the drip to continue brewing. It basically stops coffee from dripping on the unit. The mid section has 2 dials. The upper one is to select the size of the cup, and the lower one is used to select the type of tea or coffee you're making. The lower dial has a start function button as well to start the brewing process. You also have a leaf button. Press it and rotate the dial to choose the type of tea you're going to brew. This is the power on and off button. And this is the clean button, which will lit up automatically when the unit needs a descaling or cleaning. Now I'm showing the auto detection feature. The display shows tea as tea basket is inserted and coffee if I place the coffee basket inside. Before one begins to use the system, it needs to go through 2 wash cycles, which is known as priming. The quick start guide has the steps on how to do it. You also have an option to calibrate the boiling point of water as it differs in high altitude areas. If you wish to use a cup, then pull down the cup platform to set the mug on it. If you wish to use XL cups or travel mugs or a tumbler, then simply place them on the base of the brewer. Now from this recipe booklet, I would be trying 3 tea and 3 coffee recipes to check on how the system performs. And the first is hibiscus lime tea. I'm using the tea basket. I have added 1 green tea bag and 2 small scoops of loose dried hibiscus flowers. You can also use loose tea leaves. The recipe also asked for lemon zest, but I have not added it. Now place the tea basket and added 1 tablespoon of lemon juice to the cup. Place it on the mug holder and power on the system. It has automatically detected the tea function. I have chosen specialty brew and herbal feature as it has dried hibiscus flowers. Now press start and the brewing process starts. This display bar shows the brewing is at which stage. So it took 5 minutes to complete the process. The unit then beeps and displays end. The specialty function will get you 6 ounces or 180 ml of tea. I'm now shifting it to a transparent glass to show the result. The color and temperature are just perfect. It's at a drinkable temperature, which means neither too hot nor too cold, which is perfect for a green or herbal tea to reap all its benefits. The next recipe I'm going to try is cappuccino. For this I'm using ground coffee. You can also use freshly grounded coffee, however do not use coffee pods or K-cups. Here I'm using medium ground coffee from Kicking Horse. It's organic with chocolatey note. I'm adding 2 large scoops and placing the coffee basket in the unit. Now I'm going to froth the warm milk. You can use both warm or cold milk to froth. Instead of whole or skimmed milk, you can also froth almond or soy milk. You can see that the frother is pretty fast and took around 30 to 45 seconds to create a nice froth. Now simply detach the frother attachment and either hand wash it or place it on the top rack of your dishwasher. Next I'm placing the mug on the mug holder and have powered on the unit. It has automatically detected coffee and I'm selecting the specialty brew. Click start and the brewing process has started. It took 2 minutes to make cappuccino and here you have a mug of hot cappuccino. Sprinkle some cinnamon powder on top and it's done. It looks almost the same as on the recipe booklet or the one you buy from a coffee shop. You can see here how thick is the froth. I'm impressed with the results. Next I'm going to make green tea. I have placed 1 green tea bag in the tea basket and I've placed the glass tumbler on the mug rack. I have chosen specialty and the green tea feature. In less than 5 minutes, my green tea was ready. The unit displays end and the drip icon is off. Believe me, it was the best green tea I ever had. Right color, right temperature and right quantity. This only happens if the green tea is brewed at the right temperature, and the best part of this machine is that it automatically regulates the water temperature and number of steeps required according to the type of tea selected. It's hassle-free and very convenient. Just put the tea bag and relax. The fourth recipe I'm going to try is oolong matchachino. This recipe required a blender cup to be placed in the brewing base, as later you need to blend everything. So I tried placing my Ninja food processor blender jar, but it didn't fit in. So I'm going to use my NutriBullet jar. Ninja should have taken this into consideration while designing the unit. In the tea basket, I'm adding 3 small scoops of oolong tea and placing it in the unit. In the blender jar, I'm adding 2 cups of ice, 1 tablespoon of matcha green tea powder, and 1/4 cup of sweet condensed milk. Now place this on the brewer and select specialty and oolong. Press start and the process has started. It took about 6 minutes to complete the brewing process, as it's a 16 ounces or approximately 500 ml serving. Now I'm shifting it to my Ninja blender jar and blending it. Once done, shift it to a serving mug. Sprinkle some matcha powder and our oolong matchachino is ready. It's very refreshing and exactly the same as shown on the booklet. Till now, Ninja Coffee and Tea Brewed system has performed as I expected. Now I'm left with 2 more coffee recipes, and the fifth is Thai style iced coffee. It's a 20 ounces or 600 ml serving, so I'm using a large glass. I'm mixing 1/3 cup each of milk and condensed milk in the glass. Next, I'm adding 2 cups of ice. Place it on the brewer and fill the coffee basket with 3 small scoops of ground coffee. Select over the ice brew and XL cup size and click start. In about 5 minutes, the cycle is over and our Thai style iced coffee is ready to be served. Just look at it. It's as same as in the photograph. What I've observed is that if you follow the recipe as mentioned in the book, then the result is almost as same as shown, and moreover, it tasted awesome. Definitely recommend you to try it. The sixth and the last recipe is Mexican spiced coffee. I'm making this without the chili powder and cayenne pepper. Even you can make as you desire. For this I'm using the carafe, as the serving size is half carafe. In the coffee basket, add 3 big scoops of coffee and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. Choose half carafe and rich and click start. Next I'm adding 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder and 1 tablespoon of sugar to the whipped cream. Mix them well. It took about 5 minutes to prepare the coffee. Next, pour it in a cup and then top it up with the whipped cream. Sprinkle some cocoa powder and choco bits and our Mexican spiced coffee is ready. The coffee tasted really good and the flavor was intense. So in all, I tried 6 recipes of tea and coffee and all were made up to the mark. I tried rich, over the ice and specialty feature for the coffee, and herbal, green tea and oolong specialty for tea. I also reused the tea leaves and coffee powder twice or thrice and found that the unit still gives a good extraction. Talking about the pros, the unit is very compact, light in weight, looks elegant and can enhance the kitchen look. It can make almost everything which you get at coffee shops. Also, the scoop is very handy as the measurement suggested makes coffee better than the ones available at coffee shops. I used to believe that to make a good cup of coffee, you need a good quality coffee. But now my mindset has changed, as now I believe that to make a good cup of coffee, you need a good quality coffee as well as a good coffee machine. I have reviewed many appliances, but this is the first ever appliance of which I was not able to find any cons. Everything is just so perfect. I always thought a tea and a coffee bar is not much of a use until I got this one. You will start loving it the moment you come to know about its versatility. It simply makes your life so easy. Now you need not have to use a saucepan to heat water, keep an eye on the water temperature, steep tea or brew coffee, pour in a cup, etc. Now you can get freshly brewed coffee or tea with just a push of a button. Hope this review helps you choose Ninja hot and cold brewed system, which will make your life easy as it did for mine. Do let me know if you have any questions on this product and I would love to answer them. Please subscribe to my channel for more such reviews and I will see you soon with a new video. Till then, get Ninja and bring power to your kitchen. Bye-bye.